I'm going to talk about 9 of the most popular properties of real numbers. And these need to be memorized, and sometimes it's hard to memorize them, so I'm going to try and point out how you could recognize which property it is. For example, the commutative property of addition. I've got A plus B equals B plus A. Think of it that you're going in a little car, a commuter car. You're commuting. You're going to go from Albany to Buffalo, and then when it's time to come home, you're going to go from Buffalo back to Albany. A plus B is flipped B plus A. 3 plus 5, 5 plus 3. You see that the 5's in the middle, and the 3's are on the outside. Same thing with your commutative property of multiplication. A times B, B times A. 4 times negative 7, negative 7 times 4. The associative property of addition. Think of guilty by association. Ever heard that expression? Well, here you and A and B are hanging together and C is left out. And here B and C is together and A is left out. It's a regrouping. But what you do need to notice is it goes A, B, C. A, B, C. 2, 6, 5. 2, 6, 5. Same order. Regrouping. So here, order of operations says to add what's in parentheses first. So I'm going to get 8 plus 5, which is 13. But here it says, bring that down, to add 6 plus 5 first. You're also going to get 13. It checks. Again, multiplication. A, B, C, A, B, C. 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2. This is 15 times 2, 30. And this is 3 times 10, which is also 30. The distributive property is one of the most useful properties whenever you're trying to simplify an expression. Sometimes you do the commutative and associative properties in your head without realizing you're even doing those properties. But this one's very obvious. Here, it's called distributive property of multiplication over addition. The first thing I'm going to do here, according to order of operations, is to add. Then I multiply. But here, I am going to multiply first, then add. So I'm taking this A and I'm distributing over the B and the C. So 3 times 8 is 24, and 3 times 5 is 15. Add those together, I get 39. But if I use order of operations and not the distributive property, I'm going to get 3 times 13, which is also 39. Same answer, 2 different ways. Here, again, doesn't matter if your A on the outside comes first or it comes last, after. It's still going to be A times C and B times C. A times C and B times C. And this sign is always going to stay the same. Let's do an example. 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times 8 is 40. That's equal to 55. If I use order of operations, I'm going to get 8 times 3 is 20. No, it isn't. 8 times 3, whoops, what am I thinking? That's adding here. 8 plus 3 is 11, times 5 is 55. Here we have 2 examples that are not the distributive property. This says 5 minus 3 is 2. Take away 7 is negative 5. It does not say it's not equal to 5 minus 3 times negative 7. That would be your distributive property, but that's not what we have. The same thing here. This is simply 6 minus, do what's in parentheses first, 6, 0. Okay, these are your inverse and identity properties. Think about this as a trick to remember that your identity, you are who you are, no matter what. You're going to be yourself today, tomorrow, and next week. You're always going to be who you are. So think of it when you add 0. So if we start with A, and we add 0, we're going to end up with A. We start with 3, we're going to end up with 3. It doesn't matter if it's 3 plus 0 or 0 plus 3. Whatever you start with, it's going to be 0. You're going to end up with your identity. Same thing. A times 1 is A. 4 times 1 is 4. You end up with what you started with. That's your identity properties. Your inverse properties, when you think of the additive inverse, think of opposites. So a number plus its opposite will always give you 0. 3 plus negative 3, 0. Your multiplicative inverse properties, put that over 1 if you want. A over 1 times 1 over A is 1. No matter what you do, if you multiply a number times its inverse, you get 1. That's your multiplicative inverse. All right, now here's some properties, and I'd like you to put this on pause, see if you can remember the properties, jot them down, and we'll see how you did on the next slide. All right, here are the solutions. Let's see. The reason why this is the associative property, because it goes in the same order, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, and we're multiplying. Additive identity, remember you start with 8, you end up with 8. Distributive property, 5 times 2 plus 5 times 4. 5 times 2 plus 5 times 4. And you can see I've done it both ways using the distributive property or order of operations, and you'll get the same answer. Here we have the commutative property of multiplication. We're flipping 2 times negative 9. Negative 9 times 2. And you get the same thing. Multiplicative inverse, if you want to put 1 under there, if it's easier to read, 4 over 1 times 1 over 4, 1. You end up with 1. In your additive inverse, you end up with 0. A number plus its opposite. The associative property, same order, 1, 9, 6. 1, 9, 6. And you will do them both ways, and you'll get 16. Commutative property of addition, flip, 7, 5, 5, 7. Remember, we're going to go from here to here, and then we're going to go return. Multiplicative identity, 5 will always be 5 when you multiply it by 1. Here's the distributive property, kind of from the reverse here. We have 7 times 6, we have 7 times 3. Oops, I'm sorry, that's a 6. 6 times 7 and 6 times 3. Okay, using your order of operations or your distributive property, you'll end up with 60. How'd you do on that one? This next slide, this time you have to come up with the properties. The examples of the properties. I've given you the properties. So put this on pause. Now, when you check your examples, they may not look like mine, but I'll try and explain how they are and see if they can match yours. All right, so here we have the additive identity. Remember, the additive identity, what you start with, you end up with either letters or numbers. 7 plus 0 equals 7. Doesn't matter what you used. Commutative property, these two need to flip. So AB, BA, it flips. The 2's are together, the 3's are together, any numbers that you use. Multiplicative inverse, any number times its reciprocal gives you 1. Any number times its reciprocal gives you 1. The associative property of multiplication, remember it goes A, B, C, 2, 5, 7, 2, 5, 7. Here I've got these two grouped first, and here I've got these two grouped first. Commutative property of multiplication, flip-flop. A times B, B times A. 4 times 5, 5 times 4. Additive inverse, you add a number plus its opposite, you get 0. 3 plus negative 3 is 0. All right, the associative property. Here we have ABC, 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8. And the distributive, again, AB, AC, 4 times 5, 4 times 2. And your multiplicative identity is you start with A, you end up with A. You start with 4, you end up with 4. All right, that's it. How did you do? This workforce product was funded by a grant awarded by the United States Department of Labor's Employment and Training Administration. The product was created by the grantee and does not necessarily reflect the official position of the U.S. Department of Labor. The Department of Labor makes no guarantees, warranties, or assurances of any kind, express or implied, with respect to such information, including any information on linked sites and including, but not limited to, accuracy of the information or its completeness, timeliness, usefulness, adequacy, continued availability, or ownership.